Hey guys! I was stuck in a dream this morning and did not want to get up. Does anybody else ever experience that where you're like having rather pleasant dreams right around the time you're supposed to get up? And I don't know, maybe you're sort of in the back of your mind procrastinating getting up, like you don't really feel like it. It's not that you're necessarily tired, but you're like, just linger in this dream for a couple of more minutes. Yeah, it was one of those mornings for me. And now I don't even remember what the dream was about. I hate that. You're having a really good dream, and then as soon as you wake up, it's just like evaporates. Wake up, it's just like evaporates out of your brain. It's just really unsatisfying because you kind of get invested in the people, the places, whatever's going on in the dream. You're like, I want to know what happens. Oh, that water is cold. Temperature is all over the place these days. One minute it's cold and rainy, next minute it's hot and moist. Oral hygiene update you didn't ask for. I've been using this Oral-B battery operated little toothpaste for the past 4 or 5 months. I really like it. The cross action. Sounds like a feature in power steering, right? Cross action. I don't know what it's crisscrossing. I guess gum to tooth. I don't know. But I really have been conscientious of passing this over my gums, and I think it's good for my health. It's really good to brush your gums, as a side note. But I tend to be a little aggressive with the toothbrush, so I got this to kind of back off on the force. Yeah, my secret passion project is oral hygiene. I'm a hit at parties. I've got a candy dish here of dental flosses. Not just one, but two. I have Reach, and this is actually my favorite here, Dr. Tongue's. Like I said in the review, I love these sunscreens. Hate the caps. They're messy. Messy, messy, messy. All right, I've had my coffee and I'm going to tackle a little closet project. I've got a spare set of sheets and they're just flopped up here in a bin, which is not the best way to store them. So I got this, actually it came in a pack, to put my sheets in, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to film a video for you guys about allergies to jewelry because it's something that affects a lot of people. In fact, it may already be up at this point. I'll probably film it today, actually. Jewelry can have nickel in it very frequently, and that is such a common cause of allergic contact dermatitis. In the EU, there's regulations as far as the allowable amount of nickel that can be released in consumer products. That regulation has seemingly really been successful in cutting down on the rates of allergic contact dermatitis to nickel. And that is huge because it's a huge cost savings, and contact dermatitis is a major reason for loss of productivity in the workplace. You can buy these little a little test kit to test your jewelry and stuff. I thought it would be fun to get one of those and test random stuff around my apartment. Like this perfume bottle. This is a perfume I'm currently wearing. Well, not at the moment. But I wonder if this has nickel in it, this bottle. This was a gift. And it's actually almost empty, but it's a nice scent. It doesn't give me a headache. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to go around and test random objects, see if they have nickel in them. You'd be surprised. It's in keys, coins, eyelash curlers. These sheets came from Costco. They're the, what's the brand Costco sells? Charisma. 10 out of 10 recommend them. I mean, the thread count on these, amazing. I've had them for years. Their towels are really good too. I managed to fold, quote unquote, fold the fitted sheet. People get really stressed about folding these, but I kind of just stuff everything in there and make it look like it's folded together. These are the inserts that came with my Sleep and Glow pillow, and I don't really use the inserts. Do you use the inserts if you got the Sleeping Glow pillow? I love that pillow. Like, it's made a huge difference in my sleep quality. Speaking of allergies to jewelry, you know, if you are looking for a reason to not plunk down $7,000 on the Cartier Love bracelet, that would be one. That's like a really popular bracelet. Every time I see it, all I can see is contact dermatitis, because the thing about that bracelet is it's like screwed on. You have to screw it on. Like, people wear it all the time. It's pretty snug to your wrist. So with sweat and friction rubbing back and forth, I imagine it could get pretty irritating. And it's likely alloy and likely has nickel in it. So just because, this is the thing, like, just because jewelry is expensive, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't develop a problem to it, because just the mechanical issue there with friction on the skin causing irritation. But, you know, there can still be nickel. Many times it'll have a coating, like a rhodium, and that protects you from the nickel. After a couple of months, it wears off and you can develop nickel sensitivity. Yeah, I think that'd be a good video, because a lot of people deal with it and they don't even know that that's what's going on. Ta-da! Just like brand new. This is the next thing I want to tackle, is some kind of storage for all of my tripods. I've looked on Amazon for things, and it has to be something that doesn't take up a lot of space but holds them all, to get them out of the way, because I have a lot of tripods. You would think with all the tripods I have that I would have better camera angles for you guys, but alas, they mostly just float around. Setting up the tripod is like my Achilles heel. Remember, I sorted my clothes by colors. This has really helped me a lot to not like turn this into a disaster. One of you guys told me that Milani came out with a tubing mascara, and I've been trying to find it. It doesn't, I don't think they have it here, unless this is the one you were talking about, which I don't think so, because they're not saying anything about tubing. But it looks good regardless. And then they also have this anti-gravity one. Long wear, smudge proof, clump proof. This is highly rated. Should I try this one? I'm in the market for a new mascara. I got a cart, and it's one with an annoying wheel that makes the cart really loud and like jump around. I feel like you're in, I don't know, a construction site. This is no pore zone mattifying primer. $11.99. Most of these primers are just sort of silicone-based moisturizers, you know, dimethicone. Alright, I am due for a new toothpaste, and I'm trying to decide between Dragon Dazzle and Juicy Grape. I wish they had the watermelon flavor with fluoride. Fluoride's so important for cavity prevention. Maybe I should try one of the Tom's flavors. Mild mint. I avoid the mints because they can be irritating to the skin. But more so, I avoid them because I have come to prefer the fruity flavors. This one has fluoride. Orajel. Orange, though, I remember as a kid getting, oh wait, is this orange banana? Wait a minute. Or just fruity bubble. Too much going on there. I can't decide. I think I've done Dragon Dazzle in the past. Unicorn Sparkle is pretty good. It's just like a basic bubble gum. I may try Orajel Kids. Why not? $2.69. Oh wait, what's down here? Ooh, Colgate has a watermelon burst. Yeah, this one's got fluoride. Maybe I'll go with that. Bubble fruit again. Ugh, it is a gray, dreary weekend, that's for sure. Good day to make soup. Or like a chili. Got my Belega socks on for hidden comfort. I just went on a run. I love these. They last forever. I get them on the Amazonian. These are, there's this other brand. I'm blanking on the name. It'll come to me in a moment, or maybe not. Gosh, what are those socks called? It's gonna drive me berserk. Anyway, I just finished my runzo, and update on my treadmill. If you're new here, I bought a treadmill at the start of 2020, like right around the time the gyms closed. And I bought it on Amazon, and I was thinking to myself, maybe I'll have this 6 months, best case scenario. I was not expecting it to last. Works like a charm, has not given me any issues. Steady, consistent, I love it. I mean, it was an investment, but it was not as expensive as most treadmills go. Totally worth it. But I filmed a video for you guys, and I'm wearing that mascara that I got today, But if you are looking to get started working out, I highly suggest the Leslie Sandstone Walk at Home videos. They are amazing. Like, free on YouTube. She has a program that you can buy, which I imagine is good because she is good. Like, it's kind of like a cross between walking and like aerobics almost. They're really good. Like, if you're just sitting around watching TV or like bored or whatever, it's the weekend when you're watching me, do a Leslie Sandstone video. Get up, get moving. You'll feel so much better. You know who else has good videos? Pop Sugar. I haven't done them in a long time, but those are always really good too. Completely free. Like, you don't need to spend a ton of money to move. And of course, if you're able to walk in your neighborhood, if it's safe to do so, do that. Taking the time today to move, exercise, be consistent. Again, it doesn't have to be an insane workout. This is an investment. This is an investment. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. Being ill is expensive in the US especially. It's super expensive. By exercising consistently, it also can help support better quality sleep. Like, I've noticed if I don't get my workouts in, like if I go a week or something, like if I'm traveling or whatever, my sleep gets kind of messed up. Well, I mean, with travel, it can get messed up, but you know what I'm saying. Like, exercise is so important for your health. Like, it's important for your brain function too. Sedentary lifestyles, I believe, are tied to problems with cognition in older adulthood. It's really important to stay active, keep your bones strong, all of that. I feel like as a society, we are just, unfortunately, everything is too convenient, and therefore we don't have the impetus to move as much as we should. Like, we have all of these modern conveniences that keep us sedentary. Out of the shower, putting on my Mela Fade Away Brightening Serum. You guys, I'm concerned about the younger generation. I really think that they are being manipulated into believing a really, really intense false narrative around anti-aging. I really worry about the ramifications on self-esteem. You know, sure, there have been unrealistic standards of appearance. Since Henry VIII was, you know, beheading all those women, there have been unreasonable expectations on appearance placed. But now it's taking things to an extreme. When I talk about anti-aging, I'm telling you guys, put your focus on health, not on appearance-based metrics. But the demographic over there, you know, it's a lot younger. When you're in your early 20s, your brain is still developing. I'm sorry, it is. And I mean, there's so much growing that you still need to do. And to have those kind of influences, it can really make people miserable. That's a time of your life where you're not really necessarily, although there are obvious exceptions, but you're not necessarily always all set up with, you know, you don't know exactly what you're doing. I mean, nobody knows what they're doing, but you know what I mean? Like, maybe you are in a new job and you're like at the bottom of the totem pole. Everything seems dismal. You have coworkers who are abusive. You have abusive coworkers. I mean, these things affect all people, but I feel like when you're that age, you're still learning how to let go of the opinions of others. And to a certain extent, you know, most people don't ever totally let go of being worried about what others think about them, but it does in most cases, although not always. It does improve with time. You know, as you get more comfortable with yourself, you just stop caring as much about these little things. And so, I don't know, I just worry, like, with so much emphasis being placed on appearance with so many apps and whatnot, placing so much focus and attention on appearance-based metrics, it's really going to set these, specifically young women, up for problems later on, because you should be focused more on, you know, your own you have so much more to offer than just like how smooth your skin is. And a lot of these people on these apps, you know, they have all these filters on, and it can really mess with people's heads. The other thing I cannot stand about what social media is doing is the narrowing of people's attention span to like only be able to focus on something for like 7 seconds. That's not a good thing. That's not something to brag about. I think a way to combat that, I swear, saving grace, is your library. Go in there and get a book and force yourself to sit down for an hour and read. I know not everybody has time to do that, but try and read a book or watch a movie or something that requires you to focus for longer than 3 minutes. My sweet spot has always been 50 minutes. I can pay attention to something for 50 minutes and then I need a mental break. But I'm pretty good at focusing on things unless they're just completely boring. And so I really try and restrict how much of TikTok I let pass my eyes, because I just don't like the idea of something limiting my attention span. For me personally, attention span and memory and decision-making abilities, I care about those things. If I had to choose between not having wrinkles and like keeping skin like super youthful out, you know, forever and ever or whatever, or staying cognitively sharp, well, you guys are like, staying. Anyway, if I could choose between the two, cognition 100%. The other thing that I value a lot more than just like my appearance is my mobility, and you can take so much of your health for granted. So many things people take for granted when it comes to their health, like just the ability to move around and not be in pain. I mean, I feel like so many people struggle with chronic pain, and it is like, I can't imagine, because I have never, knock on whatever this is, I have never had any type of even really acute pain in my life. Yes, I've fallen down, scraped things or whatever, and those have been painful. I've never dealt with lower back pain, painful periods, any kind of pain like that. Nothing. Stomach pains, headaches. I've never, ever had any kind of pain like that. And I go through my life and I don't ever think of the fact that I am not in pain. But there are so many people who go through their life dealing with pain every single day and wondering like, am I going to be able to get where I'm going without being incapacitated? It's amazing, you know. That's something that I just want to say, I'm grateful for not having pain. And if you are in pain, I can't imagine what that, I really can't imagine. You know, I try and put myself in situations and think in my mind, how would I live like this person has to live? How would I feel? What would I do? I really try and get there and try and empathize, because like I said, I've gone my whole life with like no physical ailments, and it's you know, I take that, sometimes I feel like I take that for granted. I'm grateful to not be in pain. Not to say that my life is perfect or whatever, but yeah, I mean, that's something that I know people really struggle with. And pain, it doesn't have pain. The thing about pain is it doesn't necessarily look like something either. And so I think people are not always taken seriously. Anyway, you guys, all that to say, value your health, take good care of your skin, because it's an organ system. You're going to be on this planet a long time, likely. You want it to be as healthy as possible, but don't fixate on appearance-based metrics, because it's not where it's at. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up since I'm getting kind of rambly. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you're having a great weekend. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!